Today we were talking with a Southern Huntingdon resident, Lisa Baer. And so I guess we'll start with some background information. How long have you lived in Southern Huntingdon?
I've lived there for the last 40 plus years, minus, I've been there since I was in fourth grade.
All right.
So we moved there. My parents built the house out of town, and we're in the same house that they built when I was in fourth grade in 1970. I don't even want to say 73, 74. And I moved away for about 18 years, but my parents stayed there. I was in and out for those 18 years, doing other jobs, but moved back it'll be 13 years in September.
So what keeps you in Southern Huntingdon?
At first, it was my dog because he needed a place to run, and my parents, when they built the house, they bought an acre of land, and so my dog could run, and he had freedom, and it was easy to take care of him there. With that aspect, it's not easy traveling back and forth to Huntington for work and being there to take care of him. My dog has since passed, but now it's just that there's not a reason not to be there. My mother is still there, so I live with my mother, my brother, and my niece is there every weekend. So I think that my family is all concentrated near that area or close to that area. It's probably the biggest reason, because I was gone for 18 years and had to travel to see them. So.
All right. So can you talk about any community events or anything that stands out in Southern Huntingdon?
Ooh, I think there are a lot of community events that happen in that area. If you start, just starting with what the school district would cover, like Cassville, you have the Oktoberfest, which happens in September, which is always interesting. The Three Springs Carnival always happens in May, Memorial Day weekend. Then you've got the Homecoming in Orbizonia that happens, and most of these were started as just a kind of as a reunion time for people. And then the Shea Gap Picnic, which happens the last night of the picnic, falls on the first Saturday of August, or whatever that falls in. But I think the history behind them is really important. I know more about the history of the Shea Gap Picnic because it was something that both of my grandmothers taught me. My one grandmother who lived in Mount Union, her family originally was in Shea Gap. But the Shea Gap Picnic started because it was a reunion for Civil War soldiers, and the railroad ran the whole way through the picnic woods. It's not where it was right now located. It was going down Shade Valley about a half a mile, so it was in a different location, so the railroad ran right to it, and they would pick up the train and come in from Altoona and all over, just ride the railroad and stay for the day. They brought picnic lunches, and that's why it was called the picnic. Like, everybody was there for a picnic, and then they would stay till late at night and hit the train back.
All right, so one last question. What do you like most about a small town like Southern Huntingdon?
I like the freedom. I like to be able to go outside and be myself and not worry about neighbors constantly 3 feet away. I like the camaraderie. I know that happens in small towns like Huntingdon and Mount Union too, but I just like where I live. We depend on one another. Your neighbors depend on you, maybe not your immediate neighbors, but you watch out for one another. I think a little bit more than when I've lived in urban areas. So I like that. And we can do pretty much whatever we want that's legal.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
We enjoyed having you, so
You're
thanks.
welcome.